when you learn to sow, you will reap 100-fold. Nothing that you do counts for the faithfulness. And that was the key that he had that unlocked the door, because in that opportunity he got exactly double for what he lost. Every time you are in the wilderness, you are never able. And I brought you here because I want to do something.
God is able, and He will never fail. He is Almighty God, greater than all we see, greater than all we ask. He has done great things. Lift it up. He defeated the grave, raised to life. Our God is able. In His name we overcome. For the Lord our God is able.
The purpose of our ministry is to equip, to encourage, to build, and to share the gospel around the world. As Jesus said in Matthew 28, He said, "Go into all the world and share the gospel by the power of my Holy Spirit, and I am with you always to the end of the age."
Mighty God will call them what is great within them. We will take initiative to lead and to guide, and to from like a seemingly mustard seed ministry that may grow into the plant and to the tree and the forest wisdom.
I'm telling you, this ministry is going to be a large ministry, that God's going to give you a goal to plant 100 churches there.
It's the very heart of God to reach out to the millions of the dying people around the world, the hungry and the broken, and we are right here to equip them with the word of God.
God has something in store for this church as a whole. We see new seasons coming and we see new birthings happening, because I know there is a window that's opened in the spiritual atmosphere over this church where things are going to prosper, where things are going to be accelerated into their destinies.
Lift it up. In His name we overcome. For the Lord our God is able. Lift it up. He defeated the grave, raised to life. Our God is able. In His name we overcome. For the Lord our God is able. For the Lord our God is able. For the Lord our God is able.
see and understand. If you understand what was written was fulfilled, there was a picture of the past. Now, that's a very symbolic picture of what's happened to you. Because you've been taken out of Egypt through the Red Sea, through baptism. And those that have come out of baptism are going through to that promised land. That's the picture of the past. If God did it in Exodus, where the church, now there are people that are thinking that the church is going to be raptured before the tribulation. I've got news for you. If you're not ready, okay, for a thing that is coming, we're not here to bring fear, we're here to build faith. The things that are happening, that are coming, you need to be ready, because what you're going to be facing in the coming days. As the word was fulfilled yesterday, the word is being fulfilled even now when you're here. And it's going to be fulfilled well at the coming of the Lord. You will be raptured just as the Red Sea parted, you will all be taken up. But the blood has always to be on the doorpost. Every one of you that has the blood knows that your life is sanctified to live. So this week, I'm not going to the past. I'm just showing you the past. History is always the place that teaches us how to live for your tomorrow. Because history repeats itself. If you have a picture of your past, then you need to be prepared for your tomorrow. How do you prepare for your tomorrow? You are in the present. This week is the Passion Week. Mark chapter 11, verse 1. How do you prepare for your today? The present. And when they came nigh to Jerusalem, Jesus was on his way this week, exactly on his way to Jerusalem. He sent for 2 of his disciples, verse 2, and said unto them, Go your way into the village over against you. As soon as you be entered into it, you shall find a colt tied, whereon never man sat. Loose him and bring him. Next. If any man say unto you, Why do you this? Say ye that the Lord has need of him, and straightway he will send him thither. Now it's very interesting. I want you to, the way you saw the picture, I want you to picture what Jesus is doing. Here, there's a quote. The past. What's the quote? Female donkey. A female donkey. Okay. This colt was tied, which was never used. Where was it tied? Next verse. And they went their way and found the colt tied by the door in a place where 2 ways met, and they loosened him. It is a crossway. Jesus always takes you away from 2 crossroads to take you to his destination.
Amen.
The only question is, are you willing to be untied? For only one question, because he sent his word to untie. He sent his word to untie you. The way you have been untied by the word, you need to be loosened to continue in the word. Because until and unless you don't allow him to ride on you. What was he riding? The significance of that coat was only known to the owner. is the owner? The Creator is the owner of all creation. Your worth and value is only known by your Creator. That's why do not allow anybody to define who you are, because most people will confine you. But the way you need today, as the word is going to loosen you. Now you just begun. You're between two crossroads. What is the crossroads that you're in? From your past to your future. History is behind you. Your tomorrow is before you. But your present is where you are. And what you do at present defines what you're going to be. It's not what you have been, but what you're doing now. And that's the important thing. That's why Jesus was very clear. This was a quote of all the quotes that was there. Why was this quote chosen? It has never been used. It was by the door. Okay? And you are at the crossroad, and you are by the door, He will untie you. Because Jesus says, I am the door.
Amen.
Okay, He will untie you not only to see the door, but He wants you to enter that door. When you allow His word to be fulfilled, you will enter that door.
Amen.
And between two crossroads, your significance, which you will be complaining, not for anybody to understand, because they will never understand your worth and value until and unless Jesus comes and writes on you. However, that quote, what's the other name for a goat? It's an ass or a donkey. He was an anointed ass. Your anointing can only be respected if Jesus is on you.
Amen.
However you are, I don't want to use that word ass. The moment Jesus writes on you, you get anointed.
Amen.
And in life, there will always be a situation when you allow Him to write. The hosannas that were coming in the following event, the whole purpose of that quote was for Him to go to Jerusalem. He was taking the quote to his destination, which He would never have called Himself. The word will always take you where you will never go yourself in your own strength, but He will take you far than what you've ever gone. That's why let Jesus, the word, be upon you to take you where He wants to take you. Week by week, what's the worth and value of the Word of God? The worth and value of the Word of God is only known by someone who has never understood or never been where you have gone before. The breakthroughs, the bondages you saw what Pharaoh came after, the burdens turned into blessing. Death turned into life. Every situation that was there in Egypt, that they were slaves, they became owners too. When the fires were in Egypt, they got the favor by coming out of it. This is where the word will always take you further. And from today onwards, what are you untying in your life? Have you untied the flesh? No more to do its own thing. The court could have done every other thing, but Jesus needed the court for the one purpose, because He wanted to go where the court would have seen a purpose in their life. Your purpose will be fulfilled when Jesus comes into your life. I shared this last time. Your times will be where you are, but seasons begin when you find your purpose. When Jesus comes into your life, your season has begun. And the season of that court had begun. What was his season? He was walking and people were recognizing him. You know why people will recognize you? Not because of who you are, but because of who you carry.
Yes.
What you carry is far greater that is in you than he that is in the world.
Yes.
That's why the court was getting more respect than what is due. We some courts sometimes think that they are the reason of the respect. That's another machine. But the main reason is that all the respect that we're getting is because of what you carry. And all that you carry, okay, in life is defined by how you see the ass or the goat or the king that is riding on you. Because that was the fulfillment of prophetic Zechariah 9:9. What was Jesus is out to fulfill what in you. Zechariah 9:9 was a fulfillment. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king comes unto thee. He is just having salvation, lowly and riding upon an ass and upon a colt, the foal of an ass. This was a fulfillment. If you get this, you catch it. You catch the whole message. You will meet people that are carrying the king. The difference is salvation comes when you learn to see the king in the yes. Because in every person there is a king. In every situation, learn to see the king.
Yes, amen.
What is the spirit realm? Learn to see the spirit realm, to do what the word says. Because if you allow the king, even in the situation wrapped up in the goat, in the ass, you will see salvation come to you. This week is the week feast of the unleavened bread. What you just saw, Exodus 12:23, was commanded. For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he sees the blood upon the lintel and upon the two side posts, if the blood is not applied upon the doorpost, you will not belong to him. The Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your houses to smite you. 24. And you shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. What is this? It's a feast that they were supposed to keep 7 days. No leaven in the house. What is leaven? It's to do with any compromise or sin. 7 days before you pass over, there will be the Lord visiting you. And when he visits, which he did in Mark 11, the same thing he did. After he went to the Hosannas, the next day he came to visit the temple. And the one thing that he found in the temple was, instead of being a house of prayer, it was a den of thieves. What is happening in this temple this week? That's the question. Because when it comes to see, there is no leaven that you can see the fulfillment of prophetic word coming into your life. Because especially 2015, this year is a special year. Why is it a special year? The 4th of April, 3rd is Good Friday, exactly on that night, you will see the blood moon, which happened in 1967, which was a prophetic word of the deliverance of Israel from the 6-day war. What is the deliverance that is coming this time? Is going to be far greater than what you've ever seen. That's why we are keeping the Good Friday night, a good online prayer meeting. If you're going to be joining us, you can join us. But Good Friday night, you're going to have a Good Friday service at 11. But the Good Friday night, you intend to keep the first online prayer meeting. If you are looking for a breakthrough, either you be there or you put your prayer request. Because you are going to be seeing every death situation being resurrected.
Amen.
That's the one, even the heavens are talking. That very night, the blood moon is coming. Okay, and that's the season. When you do things in the right time and seasons, you will see things change. So be extra sensitive. This is the time that is an ordinance. It is kept 25. And it shall come to pass when you come to the land which the Lord will give you, you shall keep this service. That what is he speaking? You shall keep the feast. Even Paul kept the feast. Paul was the same man that said you do not need to respect any special day. Why does he keep the feast? He found significance in the feast. If you keep the significance, you will see the Savior take you to the next level. That's why the significance that was in the court got the value when the Savior came upon it. Your time, when you learn to know the significance of the time, the Savior will get connected to you and walk with you through that time. Because that's the crucial time. That's what they all call the Kairos time. What happened at this season? Exodus 14, 13. See what happened when they kept the feast. 14, 13. Moses said unto the people, what were they facing? Pharaoh was just behind them, the Red Sea was in front of them. This is a season where sometimes the enemy will show you you are just stuck in between. This is where you do not allow what's fear not. What is the word here? Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. See the salvation of the Lord. The king is coming. The salvation comes with the king, although it comes with a different package. Which he will show you today for the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them again no more. That's the end. What you're going to be facing this season is the last hurdle to your next season. Just be excited because there's more. What is the enemy's strategy? You can take your joy in this season. It can make you to lose your strength because the joy of the Lord is your strength. 14. What do they have to do? Stand still. Don't fear. The Lord shall fight for you. You just hold your flesh in place. And you shall hold your peace. 15. And the Lord said unto Moses, why and wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. There's nothing to look back. Don't allow the past to define your today, because what you allow today will enter your tomorrow. What your yesterday is over. It's under the blood. It's been redeemed. When you learn to sing that song, My Redeemer lives, to see resurrection, you will see the Redeemer come to this. That's why every time you sing a song, learn to see. It's more than a song. My Redeemer lives for what? You're singing it because what your death situation is coming to life. And you will see every promise come to pass. So your present is under the blood. That's one thing that you have to keep in mind. The blood is on the doorpost. This is one season where you do not allow yourself to walk out without the blood covering. You're under the blood. Okay? Your language is sanctified. Your walk is sanctified. You're keeping yourself, and this is one week that I pray that you will keep yourself away from any activity extra that is needed. What is needed is there has to be prayer. This is one season when you're covered under blood. This is the same time, Mark 11. while Jesus was on his way to the temple. Now that's the second thing that I want you to keep in mind. What does he do? What does he see? He sees the fig tree. The fig tree that is supposed to bear fruits, that have the leaves on it. And this is the most important time for you to understand that more than what you say is what you believe. Because the leaves is what make others to understand if you follow Jesus. But the fruits is the message that they will willingly accept when they see the Spirit of God working the Word of God in your life. So make sure that you are not having the leaves in this week. You are allowing the fruits of the Spirit to be displayed, because this is one season when the enemy will want to prove that you are having only leaves and there is no fruits. What is the accuser of the brethren's job? To accuse you in front of the Lord, saying, is this what you call a tree? No fruits. Whereas when you display the fruits of the Spirit, that's why whenever you have an opposition this week, instead of having the flesh, let the fruits of the Spirit be seen. You do not allow anything but the fruits to be magnified. Joy, when you allow joy to be seen in the midst of opposition, you will see. Rejoice greatly, for the King is riding over on a colt, on an ass. The King will be glorified. But you will not see the ass on the colt, people will see the King. Because this is one season, they call it, it's the harvest season. You enter a harvest season. While you are living that life, you're not only living it to see people, the King inside the people, not only on situations. In every situation, it may look like the ass, but the King has allowed it for the King to be magnified. So this is where I share before, every minus is a multiplication in the making. Because as the teacher doesn't teach you mathematics by multiplication to begin with, he always teaches you with subtraction and addition, so that once you are thorough with subtraction and addition, then I can trust you with multiplication. The minuses and the plus handles together to balance you to handle your multiplication. That's why learn to handle your minuses well, because when minuses are well handled, well answered, you are ready for the next season, because whatever is taken away is always going to be restored more. Minus and plus is to do a multiplication. So do not allow your minuses to halt you, or your pluses, the hosannas, to make you to stop, because the cross and the hosannas both comes together for a resurrection. Hosanna, cross, resurrection. People get stuck with the hosannas. People get stuck with the cross. If you learn to stay with the hosannas, the plus and the minuses, you are ready for your resurrection season. And that will last forever. Because hosannas are temporary, the crosses are temporary. But resurrection is forever. So that's where this is more important than what you understand. That this week, every minus is a multiplication in the making. If you can just learn to see this, you will learn to see how what is required. You are allowing the King to write on you. Because the King that is seen in your speech, that is seen in your act, that is seen in your life, is going to bring you to your resurrection. That's more important because He guides you. This blood moon, when we face seeing of all the places, you are at the place at the right time for this season. This may be the worst of times. But like the writer wrote, it was the best of times and it's the worst of times. You will always find these two times together to work. I said, you minus and pluses always brings together a multiplication. There are more people that have made money. There are more billionaires. I heard yesterday. There are more billionaires today in India in 2014 than there was in 2010 or 2008. You know why? Because the ones that would understand that 2008, the financial crisis that was there, was the worst of times for some, but it was the best of times for others. Who are the ones that made the most out of the crisis? That learn to use that not as an obstacle but an opportunity. Yeah. The minuses are always hidden. The Lord hides a matter and the one He conceals a matter. And it is the glory of kings. Kings to reveal it. Who are you?
Kings.
Kings. What has He hidden it? He's hidden it from the world for you to find it out. That's why what is hidden from the world is revealed even more. This is the one season, the feast of the unleavened bread, that you need to keep relationships intact. Not only relationships intact, especially you should learn to allow yourself to walk in righteousness. Because this is the week that the enemy will provoke anything and everything. This is the week that Judas betrayed Jesus. This is the week that Sodom and Gomorrah, when the angels came, they baked the meal with unleavened bread. That's why we know it is the season of the unleavened bread. So you can understand that judgment came at the same time when there was deliverance. What became judgment for Egypt became deliverance for Israel. Which camp do you belong to? In the camp of God. Because in this season, if you are in the flesh, you will miss the favor of God. Because they came out of the bondage of 400 years. Whatever your generations did not receive, you can see it, you can have it. What your generations did not have, the generational blessing is coming in your next season. That's why you need to learn to see this. This is the season that becomes a crossroad. For those who are really untied, it's a crossover of two ways. Your past and your future, and this is defined by your today. Joel 2:21, this is the prophetic word that's going to come for this season for those who are prepared. 2:21. Now close with this. 7 blessings for those who are equipped for this season. I've explained to you, I've prepared you. Now this is the promise. This is not promised by any man. Fear not, O land. Be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things. This is what it is. 7 blessings, the first great things. 22. Be not afraid, you beasts of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness to spring. For the tree beareth the fruit, the fig and the vine who yield their strength. That will mean harvest coming. 23. Be glad and ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God, for He has given you the former rain moderately, and He will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain and the latter rain in the first month. There is going to be accumulated blessings.
Amen.
The later, former, and the later coming back in the first month. According to the Hebrew calendar, you are entering into the first month. 34. And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the vats shall overflow with wine and harvest overflow. This is a season of the abundance, of the overflow. 25. And I will restore, restoration, a season of restoration to you, the years that the locust has eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the palm, my great army which I sent among you. Verse 26. You shall eat in plenty, satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God that has dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. You shall be redeemed from your shame. You get a double portion. Isaiah 61 verse 7. You shall know that I am the presence of the Lord will go with you. I am in the midst of Israel, and I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. How do you know these are all coming? Carry on. 28. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons, your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. 29. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaidens, in those days will I pour out my spirit. Verse 30. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. 31. The sun shall be turned in darkness, and the moon in blood. What is happening? Before the great and the terrible day of the Lord comes. I wish I could do, besides putting it on a projector, I can even put something on the heavens to make it look like this message is for real. I have no control over the heavens. But the heavens are going to confirm that this word is going to come to pass. Amen. Make sure you have been untied. You're going in your destination. The flatteries of people are going to be there. The praises of many will be there. Okay? But at the same time, there will be people who will be offended at you. There will be people that will come against you. There will be situations that will pull you down. So every such situation is the launching pad. Not to limit you, but to launch you. What will limit you? If you limit yourself in the flesh, you're limited. If you allow the fruits of the Spirit, it will launch you for your next season. Because you are not only allowing the minuses, but the pluses to come in place. What is minus on earth is a plus from heaven, because heaven always, that's where Matthew 5, he said, blessed are those who are poor in the Spirit. Every minus on earth is a plus from heaven.
Yeah.
Remember that equation. Blessed are those who are joyful, no. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. If you are in a minus situation, you need to have heaven's word to come on you so that you have the king on the ass.
Amen.
The plus and minus equals to a multiplication. Your resurrection is coming far greater if you do not concentrate on the minus. You focus on the Lord, the plus that is on top, the king that is on top of the S. Learn to see this situation this week. Whatever the Lord says to you, every word was fulfilled. Every word in your life is going to be fulfilled. The word for Judas was fulfilled. That will be the son of perdition. Every word to fulfill the destiny of those who believe in Christ. He who calls on my name shall be saved. You shall never be ashamed. That is the promise for this season. You can hold on to it. Because the enemy will come like a flood, but the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard. And this is the season to lift up a standard. Because when the enemy came, the Red Sea parted, the enemy was put to shame by the very thing that was an obstacle for the people of Israelites that became a weapon in the hands of God to pull down the strongholds of the enemy.
Amen.
What you are thinking is an obstacle is actually God bringing you for the glory of God. So every obstacle is an opportunity to bring glory to God.
Amen.
Amen. This is a season where communion, if you're going to be partaking in communion, you do it with repentance. That's one thing that I always let the blood be always upon the doorpost every day.
Yes. Amen.
Every day, your lips sanctify, your language, and above all, the attitude. Because sometimes we do a lot of lip service. If our hearts are away from Him, it's not going to matter. Because when you do it unto the Lord, you do it unto the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. That you're doing with the heart. Everything that you have done, when you do it from your heart, you do it, you will see the reward.